see.
All right. What's good? What's good? What's good, man? Sorry, we're running a little late this morning. I got my parents that are leaving town this morning, so I had some stuff to do. Running just a little bit late. I'm sure the cats from the panel are going to be running just a little bit late because of me. Hope all is well to everybody. But let's say what's up. Give me 1 second, y'all. Like I said, just running a little bit behind today. KQKC will be on the line in a second. Where is this? Okay, there you go. All right, give me 1 second. All right, there we go. All right, give me 1 second. All right, you back on the stream, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man. So we wait for everybody else to come in, man. Let me say what's good to everybody. Cap City 518 in the building. What's good this morning, man? Mississippi King, what's happening? Miss Boxing, always good to see you. Quan, what's going on? Chef Boyardee, what's happening? Trick Nolte, Big Ass Steel. What's happening with you? What's good with everybody this morning? Hope y'all enjoyed the fights last night. What's going on, Ron Finkley? Yeah, we're definitely going to keep it real this morning. It's going to be good. We got KQKC in the building. We'll see Blood.
Right.
We'll probably run through here pretty quick. But let's just get it rolling. And the first thing on the agenda, where'd it go? Was start with Drew Titan. What is your first boxing memory?
My first boxing memory. Wow, so many. But my very, very first one would happen to be the fight between Aaron Pryor and Alexis Arguello. And I remember, watching that fight with my family, and my dad, my uncles, and my grandma had just got one of those big TVs that sit on the floor. Remember those? That was our version. That was our version of big screen.
TV if it didn't sit on the floor. That was the best TV.
Yep. And that was our version of big screen TVs. And it was a Zenith. And I remember sitting on the floor and everybody was smoking, except for my dad. He don't smoke. And Aaron, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, Aaron was the person that they originally invented that phrase windmill for. That was the first time I heard it. Because Aaron, my God, that fight, that was a fight. Aaron made it a fight. Alexis Arguello was a long, lanky power puncher. And he was knocking people out. I mean, he was knocking them out cold. He had a good reach. He had a very, very good right hand. And Aaron just wasn't having it that night. And there was one point in the fight where he hit Aaron so hard, Aaron's head flew back and it looked like he broke his neck, and it didn't do anything. Arguello could not hurt him at all. And he just took the will out of Arguello and stopped him. And of course, that was the infamous later on the Panama Lewis thing with the black bottle. And they ran it back and Arguello couldn't do anything with him. And Arguello is a great, great fighter. And Aaron just sucked the soul out of him, man. And that's one of my greatest memories. I forget what year that was, but that was one of my greatest memories.
That's your earliest?
The earliest. That's one of the earliest. That's one of the earliest memories.
Hey, Drew.
What's that?
Guess who trained? Who Alexis Arguello trained?
Oh,
Chocolito.
Oh shit.
Yes, Chocolito.
Oh yeah, they're from the same country. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, he worked out his gym. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, I remember a story I was telling in the chat last night. When Chocolito first won his first championship, he came out his car, went in the gym, and was playing big shot. Alexis Arguello said, "Wait a minute, hold up. Take that belt right back out to the car and walk right back in here, just like you always do, and speak to everybody." That's how stern he was, on Chocolito. So
who?
Chocolito, Roman Gonzalez. Okay.
I'm messing with you. It's Chocolatito.
We know what he meant.
You missing the key. I was just gonna say because the first time you said Chocolito, thought it was a mistake. And I was like, okay, he's 10 Chocolatitos in.
Tomato.
It's Tito. Chocolatito.
Well, you know what? I was saying it all last night. So yeah.
You said what? Chocolito?
Yeah, Chocolito.
You don't speak Spanish. It's all right. Tito is little. Tito, isn't that mean like the little version of whatever the word is? So that's like little chocolate.
Little chocolate.
Little chocolate.
Tiny chocolate. Tiny chocolate.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. So what's your first memory of boxing? We got my man Curtis Anderson in the building.
All right.
Sorry I was running a little late, man. Got you the link late.
Okay.
What's your earliest moment in earliest memory in boxing?
Mine was Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran. And that really got me excited about boxing. I don't know why. But the first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard couldn't do nothing with Roberto Duran. Then during the second fight, they said he was eating like a horse. He was eating like 2 or 3 steaks and everything. And I don't know why he quit. Remember that came with that no mas. And Sugar Ray Leonard went over there, 20 years later or something like that, and want to know why he quit. But he didn't have no excuse. He still said, he didn't feel like fighting. So, but that was exciting to me, the way Sugar Ray Leonard was looking, especially at that age and coming out of retirement. So, and I was a big Sugar Ray Leonard fan too, especially when he fought Hagler and everyone. So yeah, that was my first experience.
All right. Curtis Anderson, what is your earliest? So hold on, before I do that, you remember them Pepsi, you remember them Sprite commercials?
Yeah.
That was my shit right there. It was like Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard Sprite commercials. Not with 2 of their sons. I think their sons
right.
both disowned them.
I remember that.
Right.
That. Oh yeah, the 7-Up commercial.
That's my dad.
No,
yeah, that little
and that one little dude like this doesn't even fuck with Sugar Ray Leonard's son.
What?
Like he and Sugar Ray Leonard's son's like on the outs. When at least it was several years ago where he had big issues, because his dad was out there running them chicks, doing that, doing his thing when he was a kid, and he didn't appreciate that too much.
Wow.
So yeah, man, I think that's hopefully that is not the case anymore, and they're not sideways with one another. But that's always made me think of that. But that always makes me think of that because I was so envious of Sugar Ray Leonard's son because I was like, man, he's living a life.
Yeah, he looked just like him too, and when he was little, of course. Yeah.
Curtis Anderson.
Oh yeah, just to piggyback off what KQ said, I used to see Roberto Duran in Manhattan. By Madison Square Garden. He used to, one of his favorite eateries was Victor's Cafe, and his favorite meal was a big old steak with some orange juice. And I watched right in front of my face. I watched him chug down the steak in record time, and he used to drink like half gallons of orange juice. And I used to be like, damn, So Roberto Duran, he used to be at Victor's Cafe, and his favorite meal was steak and orange juice. So KC right on the money when he said that. That's why he used the balloon, used to turn into a balloon in between fights, him and Ricky Hatton. But the 7-Up commercials was legendary with Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran. But my first memory was my father had an old projector, and I was about 6 or 7 years old, and I was never into comic books like Spider-Man and Batman. So he had all these fight films, and we used to sit down and watch them. I just started watching naturally. He was watching them by himself. And I still remember the first time I saw two men in boxing gloves. I was like 7 years old in the summertime. That had to be, that was like 1973, 1974. And he had Henry Armstrong, and he showed me Sugar Ray Robinson. I guess that's why he's my favorite fighter, because the first fight he showed me was Sugar Ray Robinson highlights. And I was like, Dad, he's real fast and hit real hard. And he was like, yeah, boy, he used to take the cigar in his mouth, talk about that's Sugar Ray Robinson. He's the best to ever do it. Then he started showing me Muhammad Ali and Henry Armstrong, and we used to watch boxing documentaries. So it was boxing is pretty much in my blood, and my uncles and father, they used to talk about boxing in the house, and all my uncles was boxing historians. My uncle Rayfield, he was a minister. He lived about 20 minutes from Palmer Park, Maryland. And I remember he called my father and he said, we got a boy down here from DC, the Maryland area, that's going to the 1976 Olympic team. This was in 1975. He said his name was, the boy name is, let me see, Calvin, Raymond Leonard. Yeah, they say he's special. He's special, so, I remember hearing that name, Raymond Leonard, was turned out to be Sugar Ray Leonard. So that's why I guess he's my second favorite fighter. So it just seemed like at an early age, boxing always been with me. It's been 46 years after that.
Wow.
Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, my first thing that I can remember was Ernie Shaver's back, like on ABC. Like, damn, that dude got a big ass back. Like during the period of times, I was always think like on ABC, like whoever they both, like you look at the old ABC films, like the tapes and stuff, it doesn't have as much detail as when it was on TV at that time and you watched it, at least the replay live, because I don't think those were actually on ABC. I think they were like replays. But I remember watching the Ernie Shaver's fight with Muhammad Ali. I was like, and then they showed the old clips of Muhammad Ali in the lead up to it. I was like, dang, that dude is fast. That's the first time that I ever really. That's the first time I really remember getting into boxing. But then then later on, my dad and my sister always went to my older sister used to go to the Short Circuit, go watch fights on Short Circuit. But
closed circuit.
Yeah, you got one there, KQ. But be careful with what you ask for, dog. Because now I'm really gonna start on your shit. Okay, trust me. I'll do some editorial.
I should have kept my mouth quiet.
Yeah, no, that's all right. That's cool. It's short. It's close circuit, and it's not even close. It's closed circuit. Just so you want to know, dog, you fucked it up. It's not close. It's closed circuit. Closed circuit.
Okay, here we go, man.
If you're gonna correct me with the right shit, man. No, I'm trying. Anyway, Reggie the Tree said my first memory was a fight replay of Jack Johnson at 4 years old. My great grandma loved Jack from Raleigh, North Carolina, where he died. I was born in 1984. Wow. Yes, sir. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into the meat of it. We're going to start off by talking about the Mikey Garcia card that took place last night. Mm-hmm. There was a series of, I think I saw 4 fights. I saw my favorite little dude, Ray Vargas, light up this Scottish dude. That little motherfucker funny to me. So there was the Ray Vargas fight, Ray Vargas versus, I forget what his name is, some British dude. And then you saw Chocolatito whoop up on Cal Yafai and got his belt back. Then you had Mikey Garcia and Vargas, but there was one other fight. Wasn't there one other fight?
Yeah, the little Martinez.
That's Ray Martinez.
Yeah.
That's the one I was talking about. Little Ray Martinez. Ray Martinez beat up the Scottish guy. But there was a British guy that actually won a fight last night. I think that might have been the fight before. Who was a little dude, man? He wound up knocking out.
He looked like a 5th grader. I called him.
I didn't really see the card. I saw the main event and the Cole
Parker
main event.
Joe Parker.
Yeah, Joe Parker. Okay,
right.
Joe Parker. So anyway, man. So what was your take on the fight card last night? Let's start with Curtis Anderson. What was your take on the? What fight did you see? Let's start with the fights that you saw. Man.
I seen the Cole main event, Yafai and Chocolatito, and of course Mikey Garcia and Jesse Vargas fight. I missed the other couple of fights, the Parker fight and the Martinez fight. I missed.
That was it. There was that Parker fight. But before we go, because Joseph Parker, man, let's not talk, man. Dude looked like, just like he was fighting a light heavyweight or something, man. Just bullying through, man. He got clocked with a lot of shit, though. What was your take on that, on the Joseph Parker fight, Drew? And then we'll come back around to Kurt for the ones that he saw. What your take on Curtis Park? Is Joseph Parker going to be able to take over the heavyweight division?
Absolutely not. He's going to be he's going to be one of those guys. Let me say this. He's durable. He's durable. Shout out to the Tongans out there, man. I was discussing this last night, man. I've never met one or seen one that wasn't tough. Those guys are warriors, David Stewart, Jimmy Snuka, all that cute shit. But Joseph Parker took a lot of shots from a guy that really, ain't shit. He was picked in that fight to lose. And Joe went in there and did what he had to do. He's a big, strong guy, man. Joseph is a big, strong guy. And if he catches you clean, I believe you're going to sleep. But I didn't see anything that made me turn my head and say, this guy's going to take over the division. This guy's going to be a legitimate threat, man. He doesn't beat top guys, but he'll be in like the top 5 or 6 at best. He's going to be one of those names floating around that are just there, but not going to do enough to say, okay, this guy is going to make some real waves as far as taking the title and holding it for a minute, but he's just there. You understand? When we look back at this era, he'll be mentioned, but not a guy that's really going to turn any heads. Like he reminds me of a Jamil McCline type of guy. Enough to know that he's there, but not really going to do anything.
Yeah. Oh, you talk about that level of guy, Jamil McCline. Yeah, more stiff, bigger and more stiff. But Jamil McCline's doing his thing in boxing, though, isn't he? He's like a manager.
Yeah, well, more power to him, man. I wanted the best for the brother, man. He was athletic. He was big. You remember that Michael Grant fight? That was crazy. that was weird. The first exchange, he knocked Mike on his ass. And I said, whoa, who's this? And then there was a confidence thing with him. He had all the tools in the world to turn some heads, but he just couldn't. He underachieved, in my opinion. Now, I don't know what the problem was, And again, I don't want to disrespect.
Somebody get that Craig Esposa out of here.
No, man, leave him right there, man. I got to sit up on here on. I told you, man, I like to get them, dog. They need attention. They need love. All right. They need love. They need attention.
Oh, they out in full drones. I got something for their ass.
Coming around to them. Don't worry, man. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I love my people. All my trolls. Hey, good morning to you, man. Hope you enjoy your day. Go ahead and finish, man. I'm gonna wait on him, man. Just come on, keep talking, dog.
Yeah. So like I was saying, Jamil McCline and Craig Exposure's mother. They made a bunch of kids, and they didn't feed them, and now they're running around on the internet, trolling LDBC channels. So shout out to Craig and Jamil McCline. These bastard kids out here. That's all I got.
All right, yeah. So, by the way, man, yeah, dog. Come on, man. Y'all just mad that life goes on, and we keep on. What you thought people was going to die because Deontay Wilder lost the fight.
Well, let's take lemons and make lemonade.
Let's not go too far off on all this, man, because we gotta keep a tight schedule today. Okay. I can't run because I got like a whole bunch of shit to do. So we got to run a little bit of a tight schedule. So just real quick, boop, there you go, trolls. Now, Curtis Anderson, what's your KKC. So what do you think of the fight with Joseph Parker?
Well, Joseph Parker always had a habit of running out of gas, and he's like a front runner, I call him. And he came out very aggressive. He was trying to take his head off. Because keep in mind, Joseph Parker is only 30, 31, 28, 29, something like that. And this guy was 39. And man, he was trying to take his head off. He was very aggressive. And next thing you know, hey, he got into his rhythm, and Then he caught him with one and he knocked him out. Now, Joseph Parker, he's not a big heavyweight. He's not one of those big heavyweights, but he's going to make some noise after Wilder, Fury, Joshua. They all get out the way. But you got to deal with Daniel Du Bois. You got to deal with him. You got to deal with F.P. Jabba if he speed up, and George Joyce, which I don't see it because Du Bois, I think he's going to finish George Joyce when they fight. But Parker, he's still a good gatekeeper, I would call him. Still, you got to fight him because he loved the UK for some reason. He fights a lot of guys from the UK. Dylan White, Tacom ain't from UK, but Tacom, Anthony Joshua. He's an average fighter, so he's not a big heavyweight, but he's strong. So, but he did what he had to do last night and supposed to do. So, and that's all I have with it.
All right. So yeah, I think Joseph Parker is whatever. I mean, he was getting tagged a whole lot on the inside, and he was just a bigger guy. But I actually like the way that dude he fought. I liked him, but he just needs to be down at 175 pounds. He just wasn't, he weighed in over 200 pounds, but he just wasn't big enough. So the next fight was Ray Vargas. Real quick, I'll just say, man, that's an exciting little dude to be beating people up, man. But he's 112 pounds. So, just keep a lookout for Ray Vargas. He's a good fighter. But let's get to the main event. The main event, and I'll start with Curtis Anderson, was Mikey Garcia versus Ray Vargas, man. What was your take on the second fight for Mikey Garcia at welterweight?
Well, it looked like he carried the weight better, but Jesse Vargas is a guy who has talent, but I don't think his IQ is that high. Boxing IQ is that high. He makes a lot of mistakes. It seems like he's right there, but never can get over the mountain. It just seems like that. Plus, he was never the same after the knockdown. Mikey placed the right hand beautifully. And Jesse Vargas never recovered. Mikey was getting hit a lot. I felt he buzzed Mikey in the fourth round. He buckled Mikey with a left hook. Mikey was getting hit with slow overhand rights and wide left hooks. I was kind of surprised. He didn't like the body shots. He started covering up, but Vargas couldn't keep the momentum going. He looked good for the first 4 rounds, but I was like, what's going to happen, later during the fight, like the 7th and 8th round. Mikey signature punch is he measures you with the jab, then he comes with a quick right. It's quick, but that just goes to show you how good of a fighter Spence is, because he made Garcia look like nothing. And even though Mike was getting hit, Mikey takes a good shot though and comes back. You can see him thinking in the ring. He was throwing the stiff jab. And to beat a guy like that, because Mikey Garcia is a very good fighter, Mikey showed me a lot. He's getting acclimated to the weight. He carried the weight better than he did, but that's not an excuse though, because to me, once you make weight on that scale, then you have to perform. And plus boxing goes to show you that there's levels in boxing. And even the announcer said it. Vargas is a good fighter, but he's no Spence. Who was in the crowd yesterday sitting next to Virgil Ortiz. But it was a good performance. Mikey impressed me, unanimous 12-round decision. I had it 115, 112. A couple of judges had it 116, 111. One of a judge had it 114, 113, because Vargas, you can make the argument, won the first 4 rounds. And maybe a couple more rounds late in the fight. Vargas tried, but he will be that guy who will be a bridesmaid and never the bride. So I want to see where Garcia goes from here. He called out Spence again for a rematch. He called out Manny Pacquiao. More than likely, he might get the Pacquiao fight. I like that fight. That's a very interesting fight. But these young guys got to be beware, man. I hope they ain't going to sell Manny Pacquiao short, because he could beat all them guys except probably Spence if he comes back 100% and Crawford. But the Garcia and Pacquiao fight is a very interesting one.
Yeah, man. I thought the dude looked pretty good last night. And yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
Andrew Brooks, how you hating when you call Lomachenko the Great White Hope on a regular phenom? I never called him the Great White Hope. I don't use the phrase "stoop fuck." So you're gonna make up some shit, make some shit, say other people call him that. I've never called him that shit in my fucking life. I don't use the phrase. Thank you very much. So just anything else you want to pull out your backside this morning? Like, you guys make assumptions. You know the word assume means make an ass. Never assume, because you make an ass of you and me. I never called him a great white hope. Never did. I called him a hype job. Let's get it right. That's what I called him. I said he's a very, very good, but he's a hype job because he's getting a bunch of credit before he actually deserves the credit. That's what I said about Lomachenko. And as far as the great black hype, dude, the end of the great black hope, there's never been a great what black hope? When does a guy that defended his belt 10 times and he was the guy that lost his belt, how has he become a hope? See, the great white hope was saying that you could find a heavyweight that could be the king of the heavyweights again. You can't say a hope if you wind up having a black dude that just had all of the belts and keep belts. There's no shortage of black champions, just not. So there's no reason. There's a great black reality in boxing. You know what I mean? It's not a matter of hope. But thank you for your question. Next time, don't make the assumption that I've ever called him that, because I never did. I don't use the phrase because there'll always be somebody like you out there. Now, as far as back to Mikey Garcia, Drew Titan, what's your take on the Mikey Garcia fight?
Well, Mikey seems that he's settled into the weight. He still looks soft around the midsection, but his skill set is still there. Good performance. I had him winning. I had the scorecards just like Kurt, 115, 112. Jesse's going to be who he's going to be, a tough guy. And if you don't put your foot on the gas sometime during the fight, he can beat you. But he's one of those guys that's going to be there to make you work, but he's very, very beatable. This is a good win. It's a good win for Garcia, but is he a major threat at 147? This win doesn't tell me that. It really doesn't. Like I said, good win. His skill set is still there, but calling out Manny Pacquiao, smart move. That'd be an interesting fight. Errol Spence, he didn't mean that. I mean, it's the sexy thing to say. He didn't mean that, but if he's serious, fuck it. Go get that money, Errol. Go get that money. In fact, I like that. If you want to get back in the ring, jump back in the ring and run that back, go ahead. And I think he'll beat Mikey up this time. I mean, I think he'll stop him this time if he comes back at 100%. But it was a good performance. What round was that when he dropped Jesse? What was that, round 5? Round 4, 5 or 6? Dropped him. That was a beautiful. It was a beautiful right hand, man. And Jesse also looked kind of tired after the 4th round, I believe. He looked pretty tired. I don't know what the hell that was about.
But getting hit.
Them body shots.
Right, that he was getting that little yeah. That might be one too. Had him feeling a little funny.
Yeah, he was eating it. He was eating it, man. I actually, in all honesty, I thought he'd do a little better. But like I said, Mikey looked comfortable at 147 now, but he still looks soft at the body, man. I didn't see not one ab. He still looks soft, and one of these top guys catch him there, it could be a wrap for him. You know, I still seen him eat some shots in there, and I couldn't help but to say, like, man, that shot he just ate, what if that was Terrence? What if that was Errol? You see that? You know, I was like, wow, this is, you know, okay. So, you know, you want to be a major player at 147? Okay, man. Okay. I don't think he is. I'm still not, I mean, no disrespect to Jesse Vargas, but I still don't think he is. But take the win. Take the win. It's a pretty good win. And let's see what he does next.
Yes, sir. Man, I see y'all in the chat, huh? Y'all think we lost all our champions, huh? Like, I don't get you, man. Like, dude, man, we had like 17 world champions, right? Britain, you have what, 5? You just lost one last night. You picked up one in Tyson Fury, but then Cal Yafai got his ass whooped over there and got his belt snatched. Okay, Mr. UK, let's not forget, every other day a UK dude is losing his belts, looking like a bum, getting knocked out by Chocolatito. Motherfucking matter of fact, we do it like KQ. Chocolito. How y'all feel when Chocolito took that belt from y'all last night, huh? You know what I mean? He left his tea at home and still got y'all. Come on, man. Y'all just need to stop. Deontay Wilder has a rematch clause, homie. Consequently, you're gonna have to do it twice, dog. That's what you get when you're the champ. You got to beat him. You got to beat him twice, and we'll see if Tyson Fury beats him twice. And if he beats him twice, guess what? Then we got another black dude over there in the UK he got to beat. And then guess what else? If he beats that black dude over there in the UK named AJ, he's got another black dude over there from the UK, Danny Dubois, looking to whoop him. Okay? Trust me, we got plenty of dudes waiting to whoop somebody, all right? We ain't got no problems. No problems in the championship divisions, okay? I can run off a bunch just off the top of my head, okay? We got champs for days. We got Caleb Plant. We've got David Benavidez. We've got Jermell Charlo. We got Jermell Charlo. We got Jamal Charlo. We got Demetrius Andrade. We've got Errol Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford. We've got just shit for days, man. We got shit for days, okay? We got champs for days.
Can I say something, Fernand?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Let me see the trolls. I'm gonna just address this to the trolls. You know, there's been over 50 heavyweight black heavyweight champions in the United States, but it goes deeper than that. For now, because what Larry Merchant said, Black Hope, he's using it as a code that surpasses country and nationality. He talk about he wants the black champion, heavyweight champions to be over with. That's basically why he said last Black Hope. I understand Larry Merchant perfectly. Ever since he was a boxer writer from Philadelphia, they'll throw out code words, the supremacists. And, no, we always had champions, and I'm going to count the colored heavyweight champions as well. Back in the day, the first Black Murderers Row, when, John L. Sullivan and Jack Dempsey ducked all those guys. And we done had the best champion. Matter of fact, the best heavyweight was a guy from Louisville, Kentucky, by the name of Muhammad Ali. And it goes, we will always have champions, and just like Larry Holmes said back in the day, as long as black fighters keep fighting, like they are, there won't be no white champions. Now, Tyson Fury is the best white British heavyweight since March 17, 1897, when Bob Fitzsimmons became champion. So I wouldn't say anything because I think they're coming from the UK, but this is your first legitimate good champion since 1897.
That's a long ass time ago, people. It's a long ass time ago. Maybe that's why y'all showing your behinds. Now let's get on. I forgot to talk about Chocolatito fight. Curtis, did
wait a minute. Let me say something about Mikey real fast.
Hold on. No, hold on, just 1 second. I'm gonna throw them both to you at the same time, man. We gotta.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I got you.
Okay.
Chocolatito. I forgot to ask you about Chocolatito. What did you think about the Chocolatito fight? Because Chocolatito was actually the co-main event, Curtis.
Chocolatito looked good, but Yafai gave him a lot of help by fighting one of the dumbest fights I've seen a champion fight in a long time. Chocolatito is a volume puncher. and you was right in range, it seems like you tried to out volume the volume puncher, and this is why having a high ring IQ is very important in the sport of boxing. 70% mental. Use your head, and he didn't do that. I got this feeling that he underestimated Chocolatito, and he thought he can just bully him, and since he was the bigger man. But Chocolatito, I felt, was overrated, but he's still a good fighter, and we saw that yesterday. He beat the brakes off Yafai because Yafai fought a dumb, stupid fight, and he paid the price, and I knew he was going to get knocked out. Chocolatito, that's how he wants you to fight him. Unless you have the supernatural strength of Rungvisai, you're not beating him like that. Only Rungvisai can beat him like that. That's why he beat him twice. You're not that kind of fighter, and your ego or what have you, or just being dumb, try to fight Chocolatito fights, and you paid the price. So, when a fighter's that dumb, he deserves to get knocked out. So, Yafai, TKO.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And before we go to KQKC, I skipped you on that. What was your take on Mikey on the Chocolatito one, Drew?
I knew it was going to happen after the first round. He fight on the inside, looking crazy, trying to be exciting. And I was just I unmuted the TV because I just wanted to hear the commentary because I was curious. And right on target. Oh, Chocolatito's back. Pound for pound. It was flirting with that conversation. So, get ready for it. After HBO done threw him in the garbage. Remember when he lost to Sarung Basat? Threw him right in the garbage. They threw him right in the garbage, and we ain't hear from him for how long? It's been about 2 years now. Yeah. And they threw him right in the garbage. And now, here they come again. When you look at an all-time overall pound-for-pound list, watch how far they're going to try and put him up ahead of a lot of people. I ain't going to say no names. But, yeah. So I knew it was going to happen. For the dumb fight, got him out of there. And now they're talking about pound-for-pound list again. So here they go again. Man. I'm just so turned off. at this shit. But we're going to see what happens. And the media, and, I try not to let this happen, but the media tends to turn me off the fighters, and the fighters aren't the one doing anything. They're not the ones talking that shit. It's the media, but that's another discussion. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah, man. I heard Brian Kenny something struck me about Brian Kenny last night. I really like that kid, that dude, Ray Vargas. Not Ray Vargas, Ray Martinez. I really like Ray Martinez but they started talking about Ray Martinez. He was just going so overboard about Ray Martinez that I was like, oh, here it comes. Now Ray Martinez needs to be on the pound for pound list because he defended his title once. But you have Gary Russell Jr. has been there 5 years, and he's not going to make a pound for pound list like that. Like they're just geeking up to get Ray Martinez on there. So I'm like, but Ray Martinez is a really good fighter, but I mean, why not Gary Russell? Why not Gary Russell Jr.?
The media licks their nuts and sucks their cocks like a Pied Piper, and like these brainless kids that followed the Pied Piper. These brainwashed fans are gonna do it, and they count all that. So good luck with that, guys. I know the truth though, but good luck. Keep blowing their cocks, man. I gotta say cocks so the British people understand it.
No, Cox. You gotta say that so I get demonetized. You and blood boxing just always.
My bad. Well, he ain't here, so I gotta take control.
I'll outside of that shit. That's all right. all right. KQKC, man. Start with the Chocolatito. What did you think about the Chocolatito fight, and what did you think about the fight with Mikey Garcia? Then we're gonna get on to this Deontay Wilder stuff. That's why people show up.
Now Chocolatito. Okay, I get it. All right. Now he fight just like he always been fighting. Side to side, uppercut. Side to side, uppercut. Side to side, uppercut. And you know what? And a lot of guys just don't see that. And after a while, the other guy, his opponent, the body shots were getting to him. It was getting to him. That's why he started clinching a lot. And you do not, Kurt Wright, you do not fight that close up to a volume puncher because Chocolito was walking him down, cutting off the ring, almost literally chasing him because of body shots. Time to get on that bike, because it was hurting him. And Chocolito, he did what he did. He came in a little heavier than he usually do, because I haven't seen him thinner. But like Drew said, HBO just threw him away. But they boosted him up. Oh, Roman Gonzalez. But then he got knocked out. Then, okay, we don't hear nothing else about him. But he did what he had to do last night. He did what Leslie Aguirre would have been proud. He did what he did. He got the diamond belt. No, he didn't get a diamond. That was Mikey. But he did what he had to do, and and
he got the WBA championship, man. He's a champion,
right? He's a champion, right?
Yeah, he didn't get the WBC silver belt's a second. That ain't the real belt,
right?
Cal Yafai got a championship. I believe it's he got the WBA. He won the WBA.
Yeah,
115-pound title.
Yeah, Martinez. Yeah, and but Chocolito, he's a good fighter, and he likes to fight inside. He has been their head down and come in with a high guard, and just keep on doing what he's doing. And he do the same thing over and over and over again till he wear you down. He's like a Leo Santa Cruz, a smaller Leo Santa Cruz. Just throw. As far as Mikey Garcia. Now, Robert Garcia said this. Now, and I'll quote in a motherfucking quote. You know me, right? Now, he said that, Mikey Garcia, we not stupid. We know he can't fight a Keith Thurman. We know he can't fight Earl Spence or a Crawford. We know that he's a smaller welterweight. He's a short arm welterweight. So he has to fight someone in his, range. We know he's not going to, because the welterweight division is deep. So he can't fight no big welterweight. Robert Garcia said, we're not stupid. And I get it. I understand it. But he said that Manny Pacquiao is the closest thing as far as he can go. And I think they're going to try to set up that Pacquiao fight. But as far as Mikey Garcia fighting goes, he did the same thing he did to Lipinets. 1-2, straight hand right, overhand right, and it's always there for the taking. Now, I do like when Mikey Garcia, first 1, 2, 3 rounds, Vargas pretty much won those. He needed to keep his eyes open too, and he is not accurate with his punches. When he gets tired and starts breathing with his mouth open, he starts swinging wild. And, that makes you more tired when you miss like that. And Mikey's just sucking it in. Okay, this is what I got to do. Sucking it in. And he was taking some punches. But I think that Earl Spence fight took a lot out of Mikey Garcia because he was doing a lot of waiting, pulling the back when he had his man in trouble, coming off of him, and that's not the old Mikey Garcia we used to seeing. And plus, I guess you're older and everything, and so he playing it safe. So of course he didn't go for the knockdown, but he couldn't knock Vargas out because Vargas is a bigger fighter. He's a stronger puncher. He hung in there with Adrian Broner, who is a great counter puncher. So I said Jesse Vargas fought a good fight, but he's just not. He just can't. He's always getting in them fights where he do enough, but not enough to win. Like I was saying about the Charlos, like Kurt said, they can get up, climb the hill, but they can't get over the hill. And it's a problem with that. It's a problem with Jesse Vargas. Maybe this the best he gonna be. So, and that's all I have. I know you're on a time schedule, so.
It's good. We good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Got anything else you want to say? Keep on going. I'm cool.
No.
You know a little bit more about Chocolito. Keep on rolling. I wasn't trying to cut you off. It's all good, man. We got time. We got a smaller panel today.
Okay,
I wasn't trying to cut you off, but I will tell this clown that keeps asking me where my old videos go. I take some of them down, dog. How many videos am I going to leave up? Okay, they have YouTube policies where they change policies, and if you say a certain word, then you can get a strike. So as soon as YouTube changes policies, I take all my old videos down because I don't want any type of drama to hit me from some shit I did 2 years ago. So I take them down. But look, man, I don't get you bozos. I never called Vasily Lomachenko a great white hype. You're never going to not a great white hype, a great white hope. You're never going to hear me say that because I don't say that shit. I don't use that phrase. I don't. And it applies to heavyweights. It doesn't apply to little ass dudes. Okay, let's get that right. That is a specific phrase that was not created by me. It was created by the newspapers who were looking for somebody to beat Jack Johnson. Okay, that is a phrase. That is a phrase that was coined in the early 20th century, and it applies to the pursuit of a white heavyweight champion. Dumbass. It doesn't apply to a little fucking Ukrainian, 122-pound Ukrainian. You guys get those little itty bitty champions all the time. What you got to hope for? You know what I mean?
15.
Come on, man. Willie Pep was somewhere around that weight class. He was doing his thing. There's all kind of little guys, all kind of little Italian dudes, little Jewish dudes, little British dudes that were doing things at that weight class. That's just not what it is about. You're just trying to play gotcha with some old ass videos, man. Leave my fucking videos alone. What is wrong with you? I don't use the phrase. There are certain phrases that I know I don't use them because I don't like the way that it's like, because they don't really have hope for anything. Okay, they're getting paid off the shit anyway. That was my opinion about the whole hope thing. Hope what? That they're gonna get paid? Shoot, they got paid off all those fights. But just so you know, that's not something we created. That's something newspaper journalists, the Larry Merchants of the day created that term. So that's why it's so significant that he would use this one. Put it in historical context. That was a phrase that was created by the media to sell fights, right? Based on racial animosity. Right. And it's like, we got our great white hype. We got hope, great white hope. And that's what they were selling. That's not some shit that we developed and said. That's that's something that European American media members said. So when a European American media member switches the shit up and says that's the last black hope, it's like, man, that shit is all on them. That shit ain't nothing we created. All we doing is fucking quoting shit you said. Or not you, but you know.
That came from Jack London, Fanon.
There you go.
White Hope during Jeffries coming out of retirement off his alfalfa farm when he fought Jack Johnson. Jack London, great white hype.
Yeah, the guy that wrote the book about the wolves. Like White Fang. I think Jack London, did he write White Fang and some other crap I had to read in school? Anyway, so at least get your stuff right, man. Get your stuff right. All right. Okay, so let's move on into the discussion about Deontay Wilder and the last black hope. I feel hopeless that y'all will ever stop wanting to see certain people, not all. Oh, by the way, to the person in my comment section that said, or in my comment section video said, like to confuse the word they and all. If I say they, it's talking about a certain group of people. So when I said they, I mean boxing writer type guys. That's who I mean. I mean, like, not saying that any one of these particular guys did this, but several of them did, but just to spread it around the they. I'm talking about the Dan Rayfields. I'm talking about the Steve Kims. I'm talking about the Chris Mannixes. I'm talking about the Jim Lampleys. I'm talking about the Larry Merchants. I'm talking about those type of dudes. The guys that are telling you what you need to think about boxing, the mouthpieces you hear, the Max Kellerman. That's the they that I'm talking about. But that same they has been doing that same bullshit for a very, very long time. Okay. So word they is not synonymous with all. In fact, there is, if you're referring to all, there is no they because it's all encompassing. But let's go, just wanted to clear that up, who I'm talking about when I say they. Since we got about 500 people in here, I'm talking about many of y'all, because you guys just want to see a dude lose. You jumping up and down, happy like we ain't got no more fighters. We got fighters for days, dude. Okay, it's not an issue. It's never been an issue. And you all just, like I said, y'all just got y'all British champ, got the piss beaten out of him by Cal Yafai. So what you picked up with Tyson Fury, you lost with Cal Yafai. All right. So what's your thoughts? Let's start with KQKC Lito. And ask the question, what do you think about the fight? What do you think about what Larry Merchant said about the Great Black Hope? Were you offended? Did you expect it? Were you expected? And did you defend? And were you offended? What are your thoughts on it?
Yes, I was offended. Much because I know his history. I know what he does. I know where he came from. HBO, Jim Lampley, they all was the same way. They gave up on the black fighter. They went to the European fighters, and look what it paid them. They sit on the couch at home. That's what it paid off. And Larry Merchant always been like that, in and out of his career. Larry Merchant always says little slick shit, trying to get away with it, trying to make it motherfucking politically correct. Let me put it that way. Okay?
You don't like them teas, dog.
You know,
you
all
don't
right.
like them teas.
Okay, I'm sorry, but
you said politically.
You know,
now see, since you picked at me politically. See?
Okay.
Don't start shit, dog. Don't start.
Okay. I say you fucking with me. Okay.
Don't start. See how you started? Don't start.
But I'm serious. I'm trying to say my voice, but it is Larry Merchant way to do things. He picks, and he try to disguise it. Like I always tell people, racism is not gone away. It just been disguised. It's just been elevated to something that's a little bit more subtle, you know. And that's Larry Merchant. Deontay Wilder ain't gone nowhere. Now, watch how everybody jump back on the bandwagon. Let's say when he win in July. What would you say then? Larry Merchant? Oh, the great black hope is back? What would you say then? Okay, let's take Deontay Wilder out the picture. How many black fighters is it? Many. How many black fighters will it be? Plenty. So you're going to have to get over your fears, or you're going to have to get right with your damn God. Either one. Because you're an asshole and you're making yourself look like an asshole. And everybody else knows what you're doing. So I'm not a dumb man. Everybody else is not dumb. We know boxing. We know what boxing has done to the black fighter. We have known how boxing has put black fighters in positions that they can't win. And Deontay Wilder, he has done more for the heavyweight division in the last 2 years than anybody has ever done since Muhammad Ali. He carried literally the heavyweight division on his back. So you cannot tell me that that's the last black hope or whatever, you know, because Deontay Wilder, he didn't choose boxing. Boxing chose him. He rose to the occasion. He didn't do it for fun. He did it for his daughter. Then he was good at it. Now that he did it for his daughter, now she's old enough. Now she's walking, skipping, and doing everything because she had a disease called spina bifida. So therefore, now don't watch your mouth for now. Watch your mouth. But
I say nothing.
But if I didn't say it right, I'm sorry. But
no, you say you good, man. You good.
But the thing about it is what he done. I listened to Andre Ward. I listened to Roy Jones Jr. You know, I'm listening to him that it's nothing he can do. He need to start all over. No, he doesn't. It's plenty he can do. He's athletic. He's 34, but he fights like he's 24. So I'm not giving up on him, and you shouldn't either. But Larry Merchant, you need to shut the fuck up. That's all I got to say. I don't want you to get demonetized on that. So that's all I have.
You know I'm gonna let it slide, dog.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Drew Titan. What are your thoughts?
I appreciate that for now because I know.
No worries, man. It's all love, man. Drew Titan.
Well. I thought this old motherfucker was gone, but they brought him back. Before I get into what he said, I'd like to know what the hell the PBC is doing by even having him sit on the goddamn couch. Shout out to Sean Porter with his buck dancing tight suit wearing ass. I got something for him. You just wait, bitch ass nigga. But yeah, I sat there and watched it, and for 2 seconds I said, I can't believe he said that. But then I said, wait a minute, I totally can believe he said that. I totally can believe it. Let me be very clear. I don't need to address what he said because we all know what kind of person he is. But let me address the niggas. Let me address you niggas that say, oh, well, I just keep it boxing. I'm talking about you American niggas, because the UK niggas, y'all don't live here. See, I don't know what we go through over here. And y'all don't care. Y'all don't care because all you know is that the guy that you hate lost. And that's fine. Because we're going to hold that L, and that's fine. That's fine. But when we tell you that there's a deep-rooted racial element in what we go through here in all aspects of our lives, and sport in particular, this is the shit we're talking about. All right? What Wilder's going through is an organized effort to fuck up his name. All right? Instead of talking about what he's accomplished, they're talking about what he doesn't do right. He does more right than he does wrong. 10 defenses, tied Muhammad Ali's record. I just had a conversation at the gym with a motherfucker saying, oh, yeah, well, people will go as far as to discredit this entire era than to give Deontay Wilder credit. I'll say it again. They will go as far to discredit the entire era. They weren't doing that with AJ. It was the best thing ever. He accomplished more in half the time that Wilder has done. In less time. All right. It was all good then. Sweet Caroline, right? Right? Right. Sweet Caroline.
Oh, I hate this.
Right. Yeah.
I like that.
Listen. They can say they have the right to celebrate whatever they want to celebrate. I think it's beautiful. But it was all sweet. But then when Wilder starts conquering his side of the pond and doing what he's supposed to do, right? And AJ got his shit rocked in my city. All of a sudden, the division ain't shit. You see how fast they turn? And they do that shit with us all the time. So you niggas across the pond, I don't expect you dumb niggas to understand. All right? Go ahead and brush off what Larry Merchant said. Go ahead and say to yourself, well, that don't apply to me. He ain't apply. Because he said black fighters from the South. Let me explain something to you. Let me give you this scenario. AJ could knock out Tyson Fury. And let's just say he eventually fights Wilder and beats him. And let's just say he fights Daniel Dubois and beats him. Let's just say AJ is king of the world again. I mean, legitimately this time. Ducks no smoke and unifies, and he's the one face, one name. I'm telling you, Larry Merchant will give him shit. He will give him shit, and I know that. Because that's who he is. That's who he is. He will look at it. You know how we know that? Because he gave Lennox Lewis shit. Yeah. This guy has a record of giving black fighters shit. Mm-hmm. Ask Larry Holmes. Ask Bernard Hopkins.
Floyd Mayweather.
Ask Floyd Mayweather. But no, wait, hold on. When Floyd Mayweather did it, Floyd Mayweather had a bad reputation anyway, so no one cared. They said, oh, look at him. He's just a little nigger. We don't like him. He shouldn't have talked to that old white man like that. Why is he doing that to him? And you see, now, See, it's deeper. Deep. See, Larry Merchant, you see, you niggas in America that are laughing at this and this shit that's going on with Wilder, you niggas, you are giving him the airspace to say what he's saying. This is your fault. This is y'all niggas' fault. The UK niggas, fuck y'all. Y'all don't understand. Y'all live over there. It's different over there. But you niggas on this side of the pond, you give him the airspace to do it. Why? Because you don't like how this guy throws a punch? I even hear you dumb niggas talking about Tyson Fury's story. Listen. I'm not going to say I hate Tyson Fury. He's not racist to my knowledge. He's just coming over here and getting in the ring. What I don't like is the machine behind him. And for those of you motherfuckers that don't know, over here, he's just a 6'9", 300-pound white man. And a 6'9", 300-pound white man coughing out coal out his lungs in Kentucky can identify with him on eyesight. So he'll root for him a million times before he'll root for Deontay Wilder.
Hey, man. Here's the big breaking news.
Yep.
They were British.
Of course.
They all think they're Brit.
They're all foreigners, yeah. Now they're claiming their European roots, but they're so American. They're so patriotic. The American lost on Saturday. So UK, you know what I want you UK motherfuckers to do? I want you to clap it up. Keep clapping it up. Because you know why? I want these niggas over here to see you celebrating.
You're killing me with the niggas.
Guess what? The niggas need to be killed. Death to them. Because I can't move forward with these niggas. Don't tell me that you black, you so pro-black. Don't tell me you so pro-black. And then you're not looking at the situation with open eyes. You're giving a guy like Larry Merchant the airspace to get online and get on TV and say what he says. He wasn't just talking about fighters. He was talking about all of us as a whole. That's what he was talking about. And these crackers do speak in code. There's something cracker in there. That even shit out.
Man, come on, dog. You are way. Go back to pussy and ass like black fight man. Like like blood.
Yeah, these niggas can't tell me they're pro-black and look at this situation and laugh. And this is what I'm saying. See, yeah, Deontay Wilder's suit was a little too heavy. You know how it was heavy? He put the struggle of his people on his back. And you know what? Maybe he needs to lighten that fucking load. Because a lot of these niggas need to be left in the dirt. A lot of you niggas get on my nerves. A lot of you niggas secretly side with these crackers. And you don't even know it. And you don't care to know it. Because it don't fit your personal agenda. Yeah, I'm pro-black, but I don't like how Deontay Wilder throws a punch. You guys are fucking stupid as fuck. You the same motherfuckers that said Mike Tyson went to jail on some bullshit. And he gets a raw deal. And the media don't treat him. They're quick to break the Mike Tyson glass. Very fast. Break the Mike Tyson glass. If it means discrediting Wilder. I've been around Mike Tyson in a real social setting. He's a fucking animal. There, I said it. He's a fucking animal. I was at, man, you know, I ain't gonna get no Mike Tyson stories. All right, just know he's a fucking animal. He's every bit the animal that the news said he was. But with him, we remained on code, didn't we? We remained on code. All right? Michael Vick went to prison over dogs. The internet was lit. Take his money. He should never play football again. He's an animal. He should get the death penalty. This is what these crackers were saying about him. And what they did to him was they put him in jail. That's what they did. But there's a certain white player on the Steelers that rapes a bitch every other month. I'm exaggerating, but y'all know who I'm talking about. That shit is it's in the news and it's gone. Jim Larrix, the New York Yankees, ran over a mother of two, killed her. He's not in prison right now. And he was drunk. He ain't in prison. Michael Vick went to prison for dog fighting. Are you fucking kidding me? You want to tell me this shit ain't about race? And the Grand Dragon himself got on there with a smile, said he woke up out of bed smiling. What the fuck you smiling for? The American champion just lost. What the fuck are you smiling for? So yes, I want you UK motherfuckers to smile it up. I like the fact that I was wrong. You know, the world is 360. You can put a religious spin on it. I believe in the universe. You can do whatever you want. I believe you get what you put out. You get what you put out. And these crackers been talking this shit forever. And you niggas that are walking around in the haze, y'all all get y'all wake-up call. Don't tell me that you pro-black and you co-sign this shit because you don't like how a brother throws a punch. You want to talk about a fucking story? Deontay Wilder, we almost didn't even have him. He was delivering beer and wasn't making enough money to support his daughter's medical condition and said, hey, I'm going to go start fighting or something. Earned a bronze medal. And we all know the rest of the story. Oh, he's not gonna make more than $12 million. He better take it. He's not gonna make more than $15 million. He gonna take it. Oh, he ain't got $50 million. Oh, he'll never sell out Alabama. The man just made about $42 million overnight. Overnight. What happened to all of that? Oh, he better not. Oh, why he's declined $100 million? Why are you doing that? You think he's not gonna make $100 million in his career? Every time you motherfuckers have been wrong about him. Every time. And you wait till this little stump to say I told you so. 40 fucking fights later, 10 defenses later, you wait till now to say I told you so. I'm not having, y'all heard the same shit with Roy Jones. Tarver finally got him out of there, and it was like, I told you so. Motherfucker, he was supposed to lose 20 fights ago. Now you say you motherfuckers are haters, but the UK motherfuckers, I want you to celebrate and write as much racist shit as you can and broadcast the fact that you're white. I need you to go to Twitter and talk that shit. I need you to go to my YouTube page and talk that shit. I need you to do that because some of these niggas over here need to see it. I didn't create racism in boxing. It was existing. I wasn't around when Jack Johnson was fighting. I wasn't around for that. I was born in 75 and I just noticed it and it was explained to me. It was here before me. It's here now and it'll be here when we're gone. The LDBC didn't create racism in boxing and we're not keeping it alive. We try not to talk about it, but it can't be ignored when it's in your face, when you got a fucking cracker, a Grand Dragon.
Let me pass it. Hey, Drew, I got you, man.
Yeah, man. All right, go ahead, man.
Let me move it over to Curtis real quick, man. Curtis, what was your take on that with Jim Lampley?
Larry Merchant, Black Hole. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I know this guy track record. He always put down and criticize black fighters. He doesn't even try to hide it. When Tony Tubbs was fighting Mike Tyson, he said he thought whale hunting was outlawed and basically called Tony Tubbs a whale. That was very disrespectful. Hopkins and Mayweather and all the black fighters, Roy Jones, he never liked it. The black fighters, we all know that. That saying last black hope, basically what he's saying, he wants it and he hope is Wilder is the last black hope. Because boxing, unlike soccer or basketball or football, the objective is to pummel your man into submission or embarrass him with your fist, and see, that's power, that's supremacy. And when you put down a race and you call them inferior and your fighters getting mollywopped by the same people you put down, it punches holes in your theory, and when you look at the glorified history of the black fighter, the black heavyweight, I smile so he can say whatever he wanted to say, but history will prove him wrong. Okay, Wilder, he took a loss. It was a bad night. Joe Louis got knocked out by Max Schmeling. It was a bad night. Willett knocked out Johnson. That was different. Johnson made a deal with the government and he was shielding his eyes from the sun. But it's a shame because Tyson Fury, they taken away from his performance. and his victory being marred by race. It always seemed to come up. UK fans booing the national anthem. Tyson Fury singing "Bye Bye American Pie." That song is about the downfall of America. You know, so when there's a victory, when they achieve victory, which isn't many. I mean, they had Randy Turpin beating Sugar Ray Robinson, and Laurie Hunnigan beating Donna Curry. You see the true European fight fan come out, of the woodworks, and I respect the UK, but I'm not going to respect you trying to get rid or put the black fighter down, the black American fighter, because we've been dominating boxing for a very long time, and it has a lot to do with skills, but more importantly, genetics. And you forced me to talk about race because I see it just like Holmes and Cooney, Lewis and Smelling, Quarry and Ali. It's funny because in 1973, when Bob Foster fought Mike Quarry, Jerry Quarry's brother, in Atlanta, that fight was billed. Black boxer fans billed that fight as the Soul Brothers versus the Quarry Brothers. It was funny, but I always said boxing is about race, country, and pride. But Larry Merchant is that old school white guy who believes, by any means necessary, he must put down the black fighter. HBO as a whole, when they had that Eastern European agenda, they were trying to say Golovkin was better than Hagler and Lomachenko would have beaten Mayweather. So there was an agenda. They go after the top fighters, and needless to say, Hagler and Mayweather wouldn't have beaten the brakes and rotors off Lomachenko and Golovkin. They tried to push the Eastern European, but WASP wasn't having it. WASP meaning white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. They was like, we see you, but we really don't see you. You're not, one of us. So they try to give Golovkin a commercial. I'm saying all this because they would try to do anything to push the black fighter aside. And remember, when Mayweather left, HBO was done because you need an American fighter, that's very popular to push the sport forward. And when you don't have that, I want to see how well Tyson Fury does with Oliver Wilder when he fights in the United States. I want to see if they're going to be lining up and elbowing their way into the arena to see him. But what Larry Merchant said, though, it's not surprising. It's really not.
Yes, sir. Oh man, Drew. By the way, Mr. Already, Drew wasn't muted. We just moved it on. Drew was being very passionate about what he believed. I don't particularly, I do worry about the channel sometimes though, because I don't want to wake up on Monday morning and they be like, hey, you can't stream for 3 months. So every once in a while, we just got to be like, okay, I'll say something here, say something there too. I've used that word a whole bunch of times. But do on a fairly regular basis if I'm a little irritated. But sometimes you just got to pump the brakes because I want to have a channel tomorrow. You know what I mean? I don't know how hard it's hard to get 30,000 subscribers. Wake up in the morning and have that shit going. That's not a day I'm actively looking forward to. But I don't think Drew crossed the line with that. I was just like, let's move on a little bit, man, because it's easily something you can be very, very upset about. Because I'm ticked off about it, and I think he's 100% right. Now, as far as you bozo over here talking about, I guess I shouldn't call you a bozo. Talking about what people know. Yeah, people know this. Of course, people know it, but you have to say it. Because if you don't say it, then it's not going to have any attention drawn to it. Just assuming that, yeah, we all know this, so whatever. No, man, you say something about it, man. What that guy said, what Larry Merchant said was out of pocket. And it's not unreasonable to believe that he's the only, it's unreasonable to believe that he's the only person in that situation that behaves that way. That guy worked for HBO for 30 years. Fox had him on and he said that on Fox. That's not some small channel. You know, Larry Merchant isn't somebody, just some dude walking down the street. That guy has been, you know, a mentor to a lot of these journalists, a lot of these guys that cover the sport of boxing, man. I mean, dude, the dog whistles they're constant, man. They're constant. Okay. Yeah, man, you can get hyped up about it, you know. That's perfectly reasonable. Let me go back to something real quick. SB. Oh, Mr. already said understood. It's all good, man. You know, we just want to be able to be here every day. Ron Finkley said, "Real boxing talk lives here on these platforms." It does, absolutely. Mr. Okay, I got Mr. already for that. SB Rain, man, Raw 4 Brantley says, "Salute OGs, salute to you, man. Thank you." And Ron Finkley, I think I got that out already. Said he put on a clinic, and I got Reggie the Tree on his. Yeah, man, it's just a real it's a real tough situation, man, and it gets personal, and it doesn't matter whether Deontay Wilder won the fight or lost the fight. You could see what was happening with that beforehand. I mean, if everything is fair and good, if everything is fair, dude, it doesn't take Deontay Wilder to fight Tyson. I mean, just look at what Deontay Wilder did to catapult, to which turned into a catapult for Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? Like, Deontay Wilder's the one that's been doing what he's supposed to do since he won his championship in 2015. You know, Tyson Fury won his the same time. He tests positive for performance-enhancing drugs, gets put out, you know, as a self-admitted, heavy drug user, leaves the sport on a suspension for 2 years for performance-enhancing drugs, come back, fights two nobodies. Deontay Wilder gives him a shot. World, like, just, you know, these people start getting all on his bandwagon. He fights two more people that ain't nothing. Deontay Wilder fought fought very difficult opponents. And because Deontay Wilder did all of this work to build himself up, you know, who's the person that they trying to catapult off of that work? Tyson Fury. And now that might be that is the nature of the game, because Tyson Fury he's an excellent fighter, man. But, you know, when you have somebody when you try to kick an entire community when a champion loses, you know, like when Wojcik lost to who did beat up Wojcik? Beterbiev beat up Wojcik, right? Isn't Wojcik one of those? Wasn't he the great Ukrainian champion? Right? Wasn't he one of the three, you know, Ukrainian champions that that are taking over boxing?
Yep.
They lost one. Didn't hear anything about the end of the Ukrainian hopes, you know, because they lost. You know, it's just ridiculous, man. Yeah, but definitely was Beterbiev. But anyway, man, Drew wasn't muted, man. I didn't mute him. I just said, hey, man, let's just keep it moving and end a discussion on something that was really, really sensitive. These brothers, including Fanon, are speaking facts. I wish we had more brothers that have balls like these. Fanon, keep up the work, brother. God bless, and hope one day you get to 300,000 subs. I'm not going to get to 300,000 subs. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want that headache. I'm cool at the 30, 33, 30, whatever it happens every day. It's more important to have people that really do support you than it is to have people that just subscribe to you, because there's ways you can do that, man. You know, you put out boxing interviews. One of them goes big. Different people buy it. Some people buy them. A lot of shit that goes on, man, to get you grow your channel. Nah, man, never know. Nah, I mean, it would take me 10 years, right? Something like 10, 12 years. But that's not a big deal, man. I really just want more people that are just support the channel. You guys support the channel. You come put out a video. You guys watch my videos. Dude, I'm trying to tell you, man. You learn your analytics, dude, and you realize my channel probably is already closer to 300,000. Like, as far as like the value that you guys bring to the channel, there are channels that have 300,000 that I promise you are not doing as well as this channel with 30. I promise you. Okay, and I won't tell you what all that is, but you guys matter. Because you don't just flick in and flick out. You guys come in, you listen to the videos, you leave comments in the comment section, You come back, you come to the live streams that you do every day. You guys, I'm telling you guys, like, I'll tell you, like, not just to focus on any one particular person, but I'll mention like one particular person. It's Chris Brown. Dude, Chris Brown, I know, watches all the videos. He watches them from the beginning to the end. And he'll say something about something that happened in the last 2 minutes of the video. Subscribers like that are worth 10 subscribers that just come in they just click on your video to complain about the title. All subscribers are not equal, and you guys really are the best.
Yeah.
So I just really want it. I mean, I appreciate that about the 300,000, but I really just want more of you guys. Most
definitely.
And there's some trolls out there too that are very valuable. Thank you. Because you guys listen to that shit all the way to the end. Y'all troll and nag about it. But hey, man, you're valuable too. That's why I always make sure that there's a wrench around to slap you upside the head like you like. So let's move on to hold on. I didn't get KQ about to get offended. Look at KQ's face.
No.
That's that. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. That's that. Oh, you was about to skip me. Look. I saw. Where'd it go?
Huh?
Oh, I accidentally put you out the stream. My bad.
Okay.
Time Andy up said, love the OG panel, love the chat now. As for Larry Merchant, he can keep that burning up his ass. Yes, sir. All right. So did I get to you already, KQKC, on this particular subject?
Well, no, yeah, but I was saying that what you just said, it does make sense because I really appreciate my subscribers. And
no commercials. And this is my commercial time, dog.
Sorry. Okay.
It's my commercial. Nigga, you ain't backpacking no. Subscribe to KQKC. I'll do fucking commercials today. Hell no. Yeah, I saw you about to slide. I thought you was about to ask a question. You trying to get out here trying to get slick. Subscribe to KQKC. And we support all the supporters, dog. They said, hey, let Pimpin' talk. Mike Jones said, let Pimpin' talk. All right, Pimpin'. Go ahead and talk, dog. Go ahead and do you. It was a special request.
No, I was saying that, hey, well, first of all, shout out to Clubber Lane. He lost his brother yesterday. His brother was killed. And D-Style Boxing lost his father. And y'all pray for both of them brothers. They lost subscribers. And I appreciate my subscribers. That's what I was trying to say. It's important. Subscribers are important, and especially the loyal ones. And like I say, you don't have to have 100, 300,000 subscribers to have a loyal base. And that's what I learned from you and 78 Sports.
Yeah, nigga, you got my base. You got the same base.
That's all.
Yeah, I know your subscribers. I know them all, Negro. Okay. Got you by name.
That's
all. For real. Subscribe to KQKC. Got a great channel. I'm just fucking around having fun today, dog. Drew Titan, you there, my nigga?
Sir. Yes, sir, my nigga. Yep.
You there?
Yeah. I'm looking in the chat, and there's a few niggas.
No, I was kidding, dog.
There's a few N-words in there that are more offended at me. There's a few Negroes that are more offended. There are a few monkeys in there that are more offended at me saying the N-word than they are about Larry Merchant. And that's the shit I'm talking about. That's the shit I'm talking about. Read it and weep. This is what I'm talking about. None of you Negroes are on code. Yeah, get mad at me for calling you out. Get mad at me for calling them out. Get mad because I'm saying the word, but not mad at the motherfucker that's been doing this shit to us for years. But anyway.
That's Bronx, dog. That's the Bronx. We rolling with the Bronx.
Yep.
All right, so let's get to the next question. Deontay Wilder exercises his rematch clause, and obviously that shit is going to be a lot of money, dog. You ain't no step aside money for $40 million, homie. You ain't no $40 million step aside. I know y'all butt hurt over that one. Thought you was just gonna be able to. Maybe I'll pay. Man, you hear Tyson Fury say that? Maybe I'll give him a couple $1 million step aside. Boy, you nuts. He ain't got no $40 million over there to step aside. That's a big ass fight. That boy made some money, man. That boy made some money, man.
Yeah, let's cook on that for a minute. That $100 million. Remember when we said he would make that over that? Remember we said that? We said that. Yeah.
Got it back.
Yep. Are we crazy? Now watch this. He go over there and spark Fury. There's gonna be a fourth fight. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, that $100 million. Yeah. Now, y'all want a pocket watch, right? Y'all like pocket watching, right? Watch his pockets. Watch his pockets now.
Well, did they say the fight gonna be in the UK?
I don't care where it's gonna be.
That fight ain't going to the UK.
Hell no. Fury been in here. Fury don't rep the UK like that. He fighting. He knew where the money was.
Man. Hey, let me tell you, dog. The same dude. They've already negotiated this shit before the first fight happened. No, they're not going to the UK for that, man. Hell no, there ain't enough money in the UK for that. Right. There's not enough money, dude. There's Eddie Hearn already said there ain't enough money in the UK for nothing. Eddie already said. You remember that he said that like 2 months ago. He was like, it's just where we are with these big fights. It's either Saudi Arabia or it's like Vegas. Yeah. He ain't taking that. Dude, you UK dudes, sorry, you trolled. You worked so hard to lose everything. It was like you just were working like y'all was still serfs. You know what I mean? You know how that feudalism works? Y'all was some serfs sitting out there doing what your Lord Master Eddie said. Go ahead and talk all that crap about how the UK is taking over boxing. You got 100,000 people in soccer stadiums, and Eddie said we are out. Now you got a bunch of UK dudes coming over to the United States and fighting on cars. Half that damn DAZN car was UK fighters getting beat up. Like half of them. What is this, dude? You can't find nobody else. Why are you importing bums? Like, what sense does that shit make, dude? How are you importing bums from the? Why? We got plenty of bums here, dude. You don't even need them, dog. You don't have to. Yeah, you got to pay the airfare, nothing. But they trying to up and leave everything up out that joint. You don't like that, do you? Though. You don't like that?
Yeah, we failed, but we failed forward. Yeah.
Dope.
Dig that. 90 shots, Negro. Take that.
All right, so let's move on to this. Let's move on. Drew's feeling himself this morning, and he's too big for me to really stop. But he's in New York, so I do have a mute button. That will work. But all right, man. So let's get on to this particular subject, which was, let me get this thing again. The rematch clause, man. So Curtis Anderson, do you think that he should have exercised the rematch clause, considering the money? Do you wish he would have done something else? I heard that he's still with Mark Breland. At least I heard off something I read that he didn't actually let go of Mark Breland, or that he changed his mind. Have you heard anything about that?
Yes, Mark Breland is still with the team. Before I said Wilder should take a long layoff, but I kind of changed my mind because I just been thinking about the scenario. He doesn't need to change his style, but he needs is all attitude. When you want revenge in a boxing match, it's all attitude, it's determination. Because at this time, him being 34 years old, he's a one-punch knockout artist who has some athletic ability and agility. But to beat Fury, if they fight a third time, Fury is going to be aggressive because now he is confident as ever. And, him having Sugar Hill, who's not getting any credit, he's fighting in a Kronk style, which proved to be, favorable to Fury. Last performance, he performed very well. That aggressive Kronk style with the stiff jab, and that's Kronk all the way. That's Emmanuel Stewart handprints all over it. So to combat that, people saying you should bring in this guy, you should bring in that guy. It's attitude. Joe Louis didn't change when he knocked out Max Mellon. He was the same. He came forward, but he just wanted it. He felt that he had to win the fight. And most guys who win the rematch, they fight in a with determination, and a fervor, a certain type of fervor. Look at Lennox Lewis when he took on Hasim Rahman. This is a guy who got knocked out brutally by one punch in South Africa, came back and knocked out Rockman with one punch. It was his attitude. You know, you could see it when a guy wins a rematch that he got knocked out and he wound up knocking out the other guy or winning in fantastic fashion. You know, that's Wilder. Wilder has to take the fight to Fury, man. He has to want it. You know, he can't be patient. You know, he can win. He can win this fight, but it is all attitude. You know, he can tweak some things and make adjustment, but it's determination. So he should take the rematch. Well, before I said he should wait, but I said, nah, no need to wait. You know, it's a mindset. You know, so I heard he rematched. I heard he, you know, he's gonna fight him a third time. Right. Thank you. He's gonna fight him a third time, and you know, let's see what happens. So, you know, I was just disappointed that he was so ill prepared. You know, we could talk about Fury gloves and we could talk about this and that, but when you in a high profile fight, you have to be prepared. And you see certain fighters when they're on the big stage, they perform their best. That's why I love like the Leonard Ali's and the Mayweathers. When they was always prepared mentally, you know, and physically, but more important mentally. And that's what I want Deontay Wilder to do. Prepare himself, have the mindset, I'm coming in there to crush this guy, and let's see what happens.
Yes, sir. What's your take on that, man? Drew just popped out, man. What's your take on that, KQKC, as far as the rematch clause?
Well,
first hold on 1 second, Drew.
Yeah.
Hey, man, stop going in and out, man. I got to readjust my camera every time there's a square thing, man. You make me move my camera.
Jesus.
Dog, hey, you went full blood boxing this morning, man. You realize that, right?
Yeah, listen, man. Listen, I'm passionate, and if you knew the amount of, I've been biting my tongue for months with this, with our people, with this Wilder situation, and I lost it Saturday. I lost it. I was at an Irish bar, and they showed me more love and respect than my own people did, and I'm not even kidding. So yeah, I went bonkers. And it needs to be said. It needs to be said, man. We're lost. So I like the UK trolling us, and I like it when they get racial, because all I do is screenshot it and I share it with the ninjas. You see, I said ninjas.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. Let the algorithm work for us. You know?
Yep.
Nah, I'm all right with it, man. Sometimes it's got to be what it is. Chitlin skin. What is that? Jodeci boots. Chitlin skin Jodeci boots. That's a
what?
Dog. There's look, man. This is dude's name, man. Oh, it's Woolbag. Chitlin skin Jodeci boots.
You know what?
Mr. Super Chat. He said Ronald Jones says salute. Salute to the OGs from myself and my wife at Babette Moran. We're both up in here. That's what's up. Thank you. Much love and support for the support. So who are we with about that?
Oh yeah, okay.
I cut KQKC off on purposely on accident.
Okay. But yeah, he should use the rematch clause, exercise the rematch clause. And first of all, Eddie Hearn, you know, that comment he made that he was insinuating that most of our kind would take money no matter what to step aside. But Deontay Wilder is not your average Joe. He's not going to take money to step aside if he didn't work for it. So Eddie Hearn was just determined to throw this big old party with Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Well, it's not going to happen because Deontay Wilder's legacy is more important to him than money. And that's what I'll be trying to say about these young fighters. That all they care about, if it don't make sense, it don't make dollars. Well, first of all, you got to get your ass in there and fight. The money going to come. That's how you get the legacy, by fighting the best. The best fight the best. So, yes, Deontay Wilder should exercise his rematch clause. And yes, they should have it right away in July. Because, first of all, he knows Fury now. He knows that he's going to come in heavy. And yes, he is a one-punch knockout artist. But now, I'm no trainer. I'm no coach and definitely no boxer. Not no inside the ring boxer. But, I always say, come in a little smaller. Be a little slippery. Let the big truck come on in. Step aside. Hit him with a check hook. Jump out and clinch him maybe. I don't know. But, be a little slippery, a little faster because he is very athletic to be his height and, and be that tall. So, be that tall. So, I mean, I'm not saying that the game plan, that's what it should be, but I'm glad that Mark Berlin is still with him because JD don't know how it is to get knocked out. He don't know how it is to be a standout amateur. He don't know how it is to be a pro boxer. Mark Berlin been through that. He knows how it is. He had a jab out this world when he was an amateur. He's an Olympian. So yes, he did.
He's a world champion too.
Yeah,
don't leave
world
that
champion. And so thank you for that, Fanon. And
I'm here to make you better.
Okay, thank you. I'm always willing to learn. And but
Curtis, you're not on your job though, Curtis.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying, Curtis, you're supposed to,
So yeah, and I'm gonna ride with him because I appreciate the things he did outside the ring as well as inside the ring. Because like fighters like that don't come around that often. You very seldom see that type of fighter that come through. Especially a heavyweight, because they always say the heavyweight division goes, so do boxing. And we all had that long 10-year stretch of Klitschko. People walking up to me say, "Who the heavyweight champion?" Now, they didn't even know. But when you got an American heavyweight champion, everybody knows. We are boxing. We didn't create it, but we perfected it. So they have to learn that, and they got to understand that, the UK people. Now, they might be good at snooker and darts and shit like that. I used to have darts when I used to drink and throw darts at people to have fun and shit. But
what?
Yeah. It was
Jesus.
Crazy. It was crazy. We used to throw darts and shit at the bar and shit. But now it's just like I was discussing with Kurt a while back. We just have the genetics in us. Everything that we do, basically, we're good at. Tennis, golf, basketball, football, you name it. God damn it, hopscotch. We're good at that. That's what we do. So I'm sorry, UK people. We are a good Black American, strong American people. And I'm sorry, you have to get used to it. That's all I have. That's it.
Damn, I was going to try to get you to say that's it again.
Oh, oh man, you have a former day. I don't know, boy.
I'm just having fun today, man. I'm having fun, dog. Who was who else was next? Who didn't? Curtis, you talked about it, huh? You did. Drew Titan, you talked about it? I think you did. You did?
About.
You got Drew. All right, man. So, and I think we're gonna actually be able to get off this show on time today, man. My take on it is that I'm happy that he took the rematch, man, right away. Because, hey, man, I haven't watched the fight again, but just off my mind's eye, I remember really one punch kind of changing it. The one where he hit him on the side of the head. So I just kind of think that there's a significant chance, though, that fight, there really was one punch that changed that fight around. And I would expect the third fight to go to distance. I don't expect Tyson Fury to be able to come out there and do the same thing he did before. Because I don't think Deontay Wilder's got a glass chin. I think he just got hit and he was really kind of out of whack, and he really never got it back together. So if that's the case, and he goes right back in it, I wouldn't mind seeing the fight, right away. And also, there's so much money on the table for Deontay Wilder, and it's so that it just wouldn't make sense for them not to. You know what I mean? So I'm happy that he's taking the rematch. I think that shows. One thing that I thought was really kind of, I read something that Larry Holmes had mentioned. Larry Holmes said about Deontay Wilder, and he said that he was mad because Deontay Wilder quit. And so I was like, dang, man, this dude thinks that Deontay Wilder quit. Deontay Wilder didn't quit. Deontay Wilder was pissed off that they threw the towel in, And that was Larry Holmes that said it. Larry Holmes also said that he needed a jab and, and what he would do to Tyson Fury. But it's like, I do feel where Deontay Wilder is coming from as far as wanting to go out on the shield. Like, because there is a certain credits you get for being a warrior and being able to fight and go through fights even though you're down, man. Because you don't want to, to call him a quitter, that's like comparing him like to Victor Ortiz or somebody like
Jr.
Who?
Julio Cesar Jr.
Yeah, like somebody like that, where it's like the littlest thing happened that didn't go their way. They're willing to dish it out, but they're not willing to take it. So the fact that Deontay Wilder, it's consistent with Deontay Wilder's personality that he would jump right back in there. So hey man, I'm happy for him, man. And I'm obviously and he's gonna want to get that. He's gonna want to get that out of the way as quickly as he can. Now, as far as the pay-per-view numbers and all that stuff went for the fight, I'm also happy because they're gonna have to see another. They're gonna have to see another Deontay Wilder pay-per-view because that will be the fourth Deontay Wilder pay-per-view in the rematch, and he negotiated that shit for himself because he was the one because he insisted on having a rematch clause. With Tyson Fury, he didn't have to take the rematch the first time with Tyson Fury. He could have fought whoever he wanted to beat up on Dillian White. But, we get a year full of very good boxing talk out of Deontay Wilder because right now we're talking about what happened last fight. When they announced when the next fight's going to happen, probably sometime in the June time frame. So we'll be going through the same thing through the summer and see what Deontay Wilder can't do what Anthony Joshua did, which is come back and beat a guy that beat the break. Because Anthony Joshua got the brakes beaten off of him, dog. Like, he got the break. It wasn't no one punch, but maybe he never did completely recover from getting clocked. So it might be, it might be somewhat similar, but man, Boxing and Barbecue said it's going to be a fourth. So, hey, man, I'm down with it, man. Let's make it happen. I also wouldn't mind Curtis Anderson. You on here twice.
Oh shit! How'd that even happen?
Yeah, I fell out. Yeah, what you say, Fadon?
Oh no, I was just saying you were connected twice.
He came back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
Errol Spence Jr. is used to fighting bigger, taller fighters. Maybe he could help. No. Definitely not, man. Errol Spence Jr. is all of 5'9". He's a foot shorter. He's a southpaw. He's a full foot shorter than Tyson Fury. Now, I think Deontay Wilder knows Tyson Fury, man. He probably returned to that high guard though, because why he bullshitting the high guard? Even though people are like allowed Tyson Fury to punch his gloves, he didn't use that. He didn't use that high guard to begin with, and he got caught. So maybe he knew what he was doing the first fight by fighting with that high guard. Wilder shouldn't get a new trainer if the fight is going to be in July. What I've heard is that he's not going to. That he's, he came to, probably had a conversation with Mark Breland and realized he overreacted. Because Mark Breland did his job, dog. You're not supposed to let somebody beat you half to death, dog. Even though you said you told him, that's what you wanted to happen. Like, nah. No, it's not worth it. I don't want to see you dead. I don't want to see you. Because if he would have just let that fight go on for another 5 rounds of stumbling around, we really might not have been able to get a fourth fight. because Deontay Wilder would have taken a lot more punishment than really what he needed to do. So I think that showed really good judgment on the champ's part to reverse his decision, because there's a lot of people that'll make a decision, they just ride out with their decision and don't think and really don't think twice about it. Let me know when the party ends, KQ. You sure? Because you're grooving over there, dog. Y'all can't see him grooving. That movie was like groove tonight. Having a good ass time over there, huh? So let's KQ was on them motherfucking Rolls Royce or some shit. You was listening to what you listen, LTD or something. But let's go to KQKC and say, all right, man. So how do you see the heavyweight division playing itself out? Like fight to fight over the next year. So how do you see the heavyweight division playing out?
I see it heating up. I really do. I really see it heating up. I'm not talking about Wilder and Fury. Hell, I'm definitely not talking about Joshua and Dylan White. But we got Daniel Du Bois. Now, F.A. Jobber, he's very fundamental.
If you call him Du Bois one more time.
So look, it's Du Bois, Chocolito. What was the other shit? What was that other? I said I let you slide on that. What that big long ass medical term?
What is it? Du Bois?
Dubois.
Dubois.
Wow. Yeah. You know why you say that? Because it's W-E-B Du Bois, right. And it's spelled the same way, right? But it's Dubois.
Dubois. Okay, why the hell he pronouncing Dubois?
No, Dubois. You pronounce his name. His fucking name.
I know.
Hey, Dubois.
Why would he pronounce? Oh, forget it.
Hold on. I got something where I can prove it. Give me 1 second. See, this is what I do, Seven. This is what I do. There's a site called howtopronounce.com.
Oh shit.
Now I'm back in school.
Right? I go to Dubois. Let's see.
But W-E Du Bois is spelled the same way.
Hold on. Dubois. Can you hear that?
Say it again.
Dubois.
Yeah.
Dubois.
Okay.
That's his name. It's Dubois. His mama named him Dubois, so I'm gonna call him Dubois.
Okay, Daniel Dubois. Okay. I think him, and I think F.A. Jobber, I guess that's his name too. If he speeded up a little bit, I think he'd be something to be reckoned with. Then I think George Joyce, no. But Kornacki, I think if he gets some fundamentals on his belt a little bit, because he got the power, and he's real tough. He could take a punch. He'll stay in there, because we all remember when he fought Chris Arreola, and that was just rock and sock and robot fight. But he needs some jabs, go to the body, and I think the heavyweight division gonna be all right, and no matter what you say about what you call the fought over the weekend, he gonna be okay too if he put on a little more weight. He's younger, and Deontay Wilder and them guys, they'll probably be gone by then, So, but I think
who are you talking about? Who fought this weekend? A heavyweight? Parker?
Yeah, Parker. Yeah, and Parker, he's young. He's only 29, something like that. And so, now it depends on how far Deontay Wilder goes, but I don't see, but maybe 3 more years, maybe, But I think the heavyweight division is going to be okay. And another thing, I think 154 going to be heating up. Now, if Earl Spence go ahead on and
just jump from heavyweight down to 154.
I know. I just threw that in there. But
you just skipped. Yeah, now, Drew, you got me calling everybody nigga. Okay. I done called this dude nigga like 4 times, man.
It's contagious.
Thank you. Don't do that to me. I already got a habit with that word.
The heavyweight division gonna be all right, at least for the next 2 to 3 years. I believe that. All right. That's all I have to say.
Now, what do you think about the flyweights?
The flyweights.
Yeah, since you're going to jump down to 154, you might as well jump all the way down to 105.
Well, the flyweights, man. You know what?
Come on, man. Don't even try.
That Martinez.
I ain't gonna let you do it to yourself, dog.
Martinez.
I can't name but one flyweight, homie. Don't do
Martinez last night. I call him a little fifth grader, right?
That's super fly.
Huh?
No, that is flyweight, isn't it?
Yeah.
He said Superfly.
They were
Yes.
at it. That little guy was going at it, man. He was coming forward and swinging. They don't swing till they stop and get tired.
If you a grown ass man and you stop growing at that weight, you mad as fuck. You might as well be fighting.
Man,
Yeah, you know.
Jesus, that's crazy.
Right, though.
But let's move it on. So, but no, go ahead and say what you're gonna say about 154, man. We got a little bit of leeway.
Oh no. I'm just
we got a little leeway for you to change subjects.
No, I understand how the heavyweight going to be heating up, and I say 154 will be heating up too. That's all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Why do you say the 154 will heat up?
Okay, well, you're gonna have Earl going up there too, I believe, once he captures all the belts, and I believe he will. And once he step up there with Jamel and Rosario, I don't see him going past holding the belt that long. So I think 154. You got a lot of good fighters up there, and Tony Harris is not out of the picture yet. You know, he might lost to, but I see him coming back and to an eliminator or something like that and fight for a title. So I think that's 154 is gonna be all right too. So those are two divisions I think that we're gonna be talking about a lot in the next couple of years.
Definitely, 154 has been a beast, man.
Yeah,
they've been holding shit down.
Yeah.
So excellent. Very excellent point there. Excellent.
Thank you.
And you didn't mispronounce anybody's name.
Thank you.
I told you started that shit with me today, dog.
You know I will cut you for now. Right? I will cut you.
Oh, dog. I'm loving that you loosened up, KQKC. Glad you loosened up, dog. Don't get loose like Drew and start calling it was all kind of all kind of shit like Drew just did.
You got to call it right down the middle. I caught it right down the middle.
Drew turned into the devil in this mug. I was like, Khalid Muhammad just popped in. What? I'm used to the shit from Blood. Because I just grabbed the table with Blood. Like, I just grab and hold on. Like, oh, this shit's about to be a doozy, dog. He about to talk about somebody queefing and shit like that. Drew just came straight to the cup. Y'all niggas are some coons.
You got to weed them out.
Hey, man, you got to do you, man. I enjoy it, man. It's a lovely conversation, man. Hey, man.
Kurt bounced out.
Yeah, Kurt's bound. He'll be right back, man. He's just having problems with his phone. But let me read a couple of these, man. Dre's fine. Salute fam. I'm late in a watch on replay. That's what's up, man. Kennard Smith said, did y'all see Porter praising Merchant like he was a god? I mean, man, he's just got them big ass teeth, man. It's not showing us the teeth. Lorraine Williams said, I love to see Tommy Hearns on the team. Yeah, I would too. Neon I said, for now, y'all making this workout hard to get through. Can't focus, laughing. Salute to the LDBC. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. Somebody deleted a super chat from somebody, so I can only assume somebody was talking crazy. Darren Phillips said, I also need to fight. Oh, fire with fire. Fury's dirty as hell. Oh, yeah, man. Hit him dead in the fucking nuts. First time he grabs you around the neck like that, hit his ass dead in fucking nuts. Bah! Well, he pulled my head down.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I threw a punch. He pulled my head down. So, yeah, right there in them hips, dog. Absolutely. Yeah, man. So, my man Mike Jones said 154 is a new Black Murderers Row. No, they're fighting each other. They're actually but they're fighting in a little. Yeah, I get you what you mean. No doubt about it. Let me see if my man popped back on. Nope, he didn't pop back on. So he must be really having problems. Said elbow to the hip. Yes. Oh, there you go. So Curtis, man, you back? What? Damn, man, I forgot the question. Because
heavyweight division.
The heavyweight division.
Yeah, shit. I'm sorry, man. Senior moment. What's going on? What's your thoughts on what's going to happen? Take place moving forward in the heavyweight division. Curtis.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm having a problem with my internet, but you know, I'm going to enjoy the Fury, Joshua, and Wilder fights if they fight. Fury and Wilder is already, fought twice, which is a great thing. They brought back the heavyweight division. The heavyweight division is on a major stage right now. Joshua somewhere down the line is going to figure into things. I would love to see Joshua and Fury. That's the biggest fight in UK history. I would love to see Wilder and Joshua, but it's going to be fun sorting this thing out. So in the summertime or the fall when they make Fury versus Wilder 3, we will be enjoying that fight, and the winner can get Joshua. I got a feeling that Wilder and Joshua will fight somehow, some way, and Fury as well. So I think with all three top heavyweights, they'll fight each other, because when the heavyweight division is back, boxing is back because it's such a high profile division, the highest profile. And you got Du Bois, and Joyce fighting. When is that fight? April 11th, I believe.
Dubois.
I'm interested in that fight. Yeah, I'm
He
interested in that fight. And you have Ortiz on outside looking in. He's not going to get a shot because people don't want to fight him. So they aging him out, and then he'll get a meaningful fight. You have Usyk versus Chisora. I want to see. You have Ajagba. Let's see how he develops, man. So the heavyweight division, right now in a long time, has some pop to it, some and some interest from the fans. So I'm happy that the heavyweight division, have those.
Yeah, he's happy that the heavyweight division has those up and coming people. They allow us to have, great fights. He obviously he just was gone like that. So I guess that's it for him.
y'all still there? What the fuck is going on?
No.
Ah,
Here we go. Hold on, one more. There you go. Nah, my man just keeps going in and out, man. Curtis just gets something wrong with his internet. So it is what it is. But look, man, we are going to last words before we get out. Curtis Anderson will be on. You can catch up with Curtis Anderson on Blue Blood Sports TV. He's a co-host of his afternoon live streams that he does over at Blue Blood Sports TV. You can also check him out where he's going to be on my show once a week, whatever day, with his prima donna ass he decides he wants to show up. He'll be on the morning show with me once a week to answer questions and chop it up. But Drew Titan, man, let him know how to get in contact with you.
I am Drew Mother Effing Titan. You can find me right here on YouTube on my channel. Go subscribe. My show is called LDBC Strong. I'll be doing it tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Bronx time, motherfuckers. I'm discussing health and wellness, and I also have my show I'll be doing on Mondays called Respect All Warriors. I'll be having trainers on. I'll be having boxing legends on. And we're going to chop it up about the differences between the business today as opposed to what it was back in the early 2000s, the 80s, and the 90s. You can also follow me at Drew Titan on Instagram. And fuck y'all haters. Count Wilder's pockets. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Mr. Already, I didn't time you out, so I don't know what that is, but I add you as a moderator, Mr. Already, since you got blocked, and I know you've been around a lot of time. You've been a big supporter of the channel, so I just gave you a wrench, but I didn't block you. Somebody else bopped you upside the head. It wasn't me. I don't think I timed out anybody, or if I know I threw somebody out, but I don't think I actually timed you out. Curtis Anderson, man, let him know how to get. I did a little closeout for you when you were off the air, man. You want to finish your last point and then close us out? Let them know how to get in contact with you.
Yeah, I'm having a major problem with my internet, man. When I go over to 50 gigabytes, man, it becomes unstable and it rotates the 9th of every month, man. And I got to do something about this. But anyway, man, You know, you can catch me on Blue Blood. We supposed to have a show this week. We've been on hiatus for like 3 weeks. You can catch me on that's Monday through Friday, 5:30 on Blue Blood Sports TV Eastern Standard Time. And I brought back the Three Wise Men of Boxing. There's a show that me, Stormy B Man, and Scrapbook did before. We're back again. You know, we had a great show Saturday. You can catch us every other Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm on OG Boxing Talk. I'm all over the place. It's just it's a pleasure, with the chat and Fanon and Drew Titan and KQ, KC, Blue Blood, everybody, man. I never thought in a million years I'll see something like this where you can, congregate from people out of the city, state, and the country. I don't have to go to the boxing gyms to talk boxing. So I'm all over the place, man. It's a pleasure, and it's great talking boxing with you guys. The chat.
Yes, sir. It's great talking boxing with you. You dropped off again there, Curtis. That's all right. Oh, by the way, man, the suicide is not on LDBC is not on Suicide Watch. We just on watches because that's what you do every day. How we win, dog. We win. If our fighters win, we get to talk shit about you. If a fighter loses, you guys come hang around the chat and give us a ton of views. It doesn't. Either way works, man. Okay, it works. So yeah. We ain't no Suicide Watch, dog. We just keep going. Do we not like you, y'all working women out there, man? You know what I mean? We ain't just gonna sell out for nothing. Deontay Wilder lost a boxing match. There ain't no dip in the number of videos made. There ain't no video, no subject that people ain't been covering, things we ain't talked about. We just keep on rolling with it, man. And you keep rolling with us because you're here for every show. We know you are. So Drew Titan, man. Oh, I got Drew Titan. You wrapped it up. And KQKC, let them how to get to you. Let them know how your subscribers can get with you.
Okay.
We'll be like my subscribers.
Hey, I got a good chat. They're really good people. And you can find me right here on YouTube, KQKC Boxing Network, Monday through Friday. And that's at 12:30 p.m. Central Time. And you also can, if you subscribe to me, you can also catch me calling fights on Friday night, Saturday night, whatever night. And right here on OG Boxing. And that's at 8 a.m. right here on Fanon International Boxing.
Yes, sir.
Right.
So that was fun. And by the way, Blood, it's 10:04. My moderation skills surpass yours. Because if Curtis Anderson had not been going in and out on that phone, I would have stopped this mug right at 10 o'clock. So less than 5 minutes over. I'm the top dog in the moderation. We'll catch y'all next week. Somebody go find Trap House Boxing. He's off and hiding somewhere. He clearly didn't want no smoke with me, because we was going to debate, and he just ain't been, it's been 2 weeks gone. Yeah, man, we was going to debate. We're going to debate something. I can't remember what it was. I'm lying about that. But tell Trap House Boxing to get his ass back on the show, man. We ain't seen you in a minute. Anyway, it is what it is. Much love to everybody in the chat. Drew, thank you so much. Curtis, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
And my man, KQKC, Chocolito. I'm going to call your ass Chocolito.
Chocolito Du Bois. Chocolito Du Bois.
Hell yeah. Chocolito Du Bois. No, for real, man. Your nickname is now Chocolito, dog, because you little chocolate. You chocolate. So we just gonna call you Chocolito. All right, y'all. We out, man. Peace. Hey,
Peace.
Thanks, Drew. We'll get
Yes,
back.
All right.
All right.